In this episode of the podcast, sensitive information and topics will be discussed. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, interns and associates, and welcome back to another episode of the Cubicle Briefings. Today, I am joined by Faye Hasho. She's a criminal justice and forensic psychology student at St. John's University with a passion for understanding human behavior and crime from a global perspective. Faye brings a unique mix of academic insight and real-world experiences from her leadership role as a camp counselor to her work in media and outreach with Irish Legal 100. She's also studied abroad in Rome, adding an international lens to her studies, as it does have a lot of relevance to what she studies. Today, we'll be diving into her journey, her interest in forensic psychology, and what she hopes to do in the future. Faye, I just want to say I am so excited to have you on, and
I'm so
I can't wait to
excited to
talk
be
about.
here.
Yes, of course, and I can't wait to talk about all things professionally with you.
Thank you.
Of course, of course. So let's start from the very beginning.
Mhm.
So, what initially drew you into wanting to study criminal justice and forensic psychology? Like, what got you inspired to want to study this in school?
So growing up, originally I actually wanted to come here for psychology. I actually wasn't applying for criminal justice forensic psych, but I had gotten into this program and just kind of more recently I've been diving more into criminal justice classes, and I think I did pick the right choice, and I always was interested in that type of field and also like helping people. And overall, I think it's a very interesting field and it's not something that I can like ever get bored of. So I was always just kind of drawn to it.
I love that. No, that's so cool. It seems very interesting. Would you watch like certain things like when you were younger? Would you like
Yes,
do
yes.
like different activities? Like, are you the type of person that would watch like Criminal Minds, for example, or like,
Yeah, like a lot of crime videos, Criminal Minds. I like watch briefly, but a lot of the kind of like true crime videos or like documentaries I was always interested in because I wanted to see what happened. A lot of cold cases as well, like certain cases that haven't been solved yet that I was really drawn to like finding out what happened. So,
is there any type of crime or certain case that you're like fixated in and maybe still in your mind is like it's not fully
it,
solved yet maybe, or like you're just very interested in a general like what's that kind of
it
crime, what's that kind of case?
definitely the case of Amber Hagerman, which that actually is the reason for the Amber Alert, because was gone like she got kidnapped and she was found murdered 2 days later, and they still don't know who it was. And to this day, it's still like an investigation. And there's like if there's any tips or anything, they'll find a reward. So that's a case that's completely like unsolved, and it happened late 1990, like probably it happened a while ago, probably like 20, 30 years ago. So
Mm.
yeah, that's a case that I would love to see if there's any answer.
It's so interesting. So they never found the murderer.
No. Yeah, it's really sad, but the whole case led to the Amber Alert to kind of set like a worldwide, like when a kid's missing, Amber Alert. So yeah, that's why it's named Amber Alert because of Amber Hagerman. So.
Okay, that makes sense. That's very interesting. I actually never.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until my classes. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Very interesting. You learn something new every day. That is like truly how it is. And was there any, other than maybe like watching like certain shows, was there any like specific moment or experience that kind of made you realize that this was like your exact like path?
I think it's just like the idea, like the specific field of like helping people, because I want to, in that field, like criminal justice and forensic psych, that kind of goes hand to hand, help people with mental health issues as well. I think I just want to actually change something in the justice system and society because I feel like in some ways it can be very unfair. So in that kind of way, it's to help people, really. And I think also growing up, like seeing people in the city as well, like people that struggle, it's something that like can be brought to other people's attention. So just overall, like help people because I've seen it kind of with my own eyes. So yeah.
Hmm. What specific cases do you think have been evident enough to show that the justice system can be very unfair?
So there was a case with Khalif Browder. He was convicted for stealing something. He was wrongfully convicted, and he was in a solitary confinement for around 2 years. He was only 16 years old, and I think solitary confinement is something that shouldn't be as used frequently, especially it's very mixed opinions, but I personally don't think so. He got caught stealing, but he then, after coming out of solitary confinement, he killed himself because of depression and the long-term effects of solitary confinement. I think that happens to a lot of inmates and individuals, and especially like someone like him that was really innocent from like news articles and stuff, he didn't deserve that. And he was so young. So I think a lot of those issues where someone's actually innocent, or even if caught for stealing, or certain things where it's like very like not as serious crimes, where there can be kind of like whenever I don't think solitary confinement should be something that be applied to those type of crimes, if that makes sense. Because I think solitary confinement, you're just like in a cell in your own world, like you have no personal contact with anyone. You're kind of just stuck in your own head, and it's really sad for like individuals like that, like really, really young, where they could have like gotten help if like he did really have like serious issues, but he came out of it with having really bad depression and he committed suicide, and it's really sad. So yeah.
Sad. No, that's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. And that's just so unjust. And I'm with you too, where I think there should have been a better solution to that issue and not
Hmm.
being in solitary confinement, especially that young of an age. I mean, come on, 16, like that's crazy.
Yeah. Because
It's-
the whole trial was going to happen, but the person that accused him was they like I think they flew out of the country. So it wasn't even, and he was just in solitary confinement in prison. He got out after that when the trial didn't happen, but that whole time period where they were waiting, he was just in there, and didn't give him like even his like right to have like a case or like defend himself in the first place. So it's really sad.
Continuously see a boost in wanting to actually help others and make and create better solutions for certain crimes or things that do happen. So
Yeah.
justice is served right to people. I do find that very interesting. And I'm a huge crime junkie myself as well. So I love to talk
Yes.
about that stuff because I just find it so interesting how the justice system is, why people do the crimes that they do. So that's why I was very
Yeah.
excited to have this conversation with you because I'm
Oh,
like,
thank you.
we're so aligned with like, especially because this is what you're studying, but but I'm
Hmm.
like, this is like my side baby. Like I was like,
Yes, I'm so
if all
glad.
goes wrong, I'm gonna go somewhere in this field, trust.
No, yes, you should. It's so interesting. I'm still learning things every day. Like I don't even know the full aspect. Like there's such like a wide variety of things. So if you ever do, you should. It's fun.
And I'll reach out to you and we can work and be partners in crime together.
Oh, of course. That'd be so fun.
So I know you have a minor in international studies. How do you think that has shaped your perspective on crime and behavior? And do you think maybe like down the line you would want to do something maybe professionally with international studies?
So my international studies minor came from studying abroad, actually. So I definitely think adapting to a whole new environment was something I needed, and also like I'm so glad I experienced. I can definitely apply those to situations worldwide where I can probably learn more, but the like systems in other places. So I think definitely it will be very beneficial to me in the near future, and I think I can apply those in a lot of other situations.
I agree. I think it's very true. I think you can apply it in so many different ways.
Hmm.
So actually, I want to talk about studying abroad. So what did you
Oh,
think when
yes.
you were studying abroad? Like, I want to hear a little bit about it. Like, what was your
Oh,
experience like being there and
I'm
studying?
so glad you asked because I can talk about it.
Of
Because
course, I want to hear all about it.
no, because no, really though, like seriously, I recommend it to anyone, absolutely anyone that wants to go. It was such a life-changing experience. I think if you want to go, you just do it. And I think people that are scared to go, just do it. Like genuinely, it's like one of the best experiences of my life. Like Charlie, if you get the opportunity to go study abroad, please do it.
I will.
Um, I please do it. I went in Rome, Italy. There's so many other places you can go. I recommend obviously Rome, but definitely like opened my eyes to a lot more experiences. I saw so much art and culture, and it was just beautiful. I loved it so much. And just meeting new people from all around the world and seeing different perspectives of people, it definitely changes your mind on certain things and also can change your whole career path in certain ways. So
I totally agree. Do you think you could see yourself like, living in Rome down the line or like traveling to like work there? What's your feeling now after like living there for like the 4-ish months that you were?
I definitely see myself at one point, hopefully living in Europe somewhere. I definitely think it's something interesting. I was even looking at master's programs for after school in Europe in general, which is always a possibility. But yeah, I definitely would love that. And I definitely want to travel more because of studying abroad.
Very interesting. You got me sold there. I think I'm gonna have to study abroad. I think it's
You
evident.
have to.
Dying to. I want to do actually the study abroad program in London
Oh, that
in
would
the
be
summer.
perfect.
I know. That's why I'm like, I would love to. So
You're so London coded too.
to hear that. I love to hear that. That's like music to my ears. But yeah, I think I definitely could see myself studying abroad down the line. I would love to study abroad. I think heard nothing but positive things, I feel like, from so many different people. So I think honestly, I'm just gonna have to do it.
You really should. I think you would love it.
And you could come visit. So it's
Oh,
perfect.
yes, of course. I'll be on my merry way as soon as you're there.
Yeah, as soon as I'm there, you could pull up anytime. I'll pick you up from the airport
Oh,
and
yes, of course. We'll like hang around the Big Ben together. It's great.
yeah, we'll vibe out in London. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I love that. So in your coursework in school, what has been the most interesting thing that you've studied?
So that's a good question. I think honestly, one of my favorite courses I've taken would have to be probably American Correctional Systems, which surprised me. American Correctional Systems and American National Government. Those two classes, I think I definitely learned like a lot more from within like the justice system and also like historical backgrounds of like the years and years that, the US and like talking about the US Constitution and all that. Like I didn't know much about like certain things like that until learning. And like I'm genuinely learning, like the teachers are really good and I can see like where their issues are and where things should be better. And then I see where things are fine or better and improving. But I think those two classes definitely opened my eyes more and to new perspectives.
Oh, that's very interesting. I think that's a really cool class. It kind of is like the blueprint. Kind of
Yeah.
like give you everything like as a facilitator, like understanding the whole background of like the US basically, and then like all
Yeah.
everything kind of like builds off of it down the line. I find that like very cool to like have that be like a foundational class and then it just kind of
Mhm.
builds off of everything else. I think that's so cool
No,
to have.
that's exactly what I was thinking because like all my classes, like they're all the criminal like justice like major courses, like for my major. And all of them, like if I'm learning one thing in class, because I have four classes on like Monday and Thursday, so it's like back to back, I'm like learning, like it's like in a like little line. Like I'm learning one thing and then I was just learning about that in the other class. So it's like a good way to remember it. So you're right.
So everything's building off of each other in that way. And you're like, oh, that correlates. And then it's like, and then you can connect the dots in that way. And then you learn like a new perspective from
Yes.
what you're specifically learning within that subject to the
Mm-hmm.
actual thing that, or that event or circumstance that has happened.
Yes,
I think
yes, exactly.
that's very interesting. I think that's so cool to like have that. That's how I feel with actually studying fashion business management at FIT. It's
Mm-hmm.
like everything kind of like intertwines with each other regarding like what fashion is, certain
Mm-hmm.
elements like of fashion. I think you can like really kind of like see things just being intertwined all throughout like your classes at FIT. And it's really interesting. And I find that like, and I feel like a lot of like subjects like or majors they do that purposely to see how certain
Mm-hmm.
things, certain scenarios can kind of relate to each other. Very interesting that you did note that. I think that's cool to point out. And that's great that you love that class because it really is like the cement.
Yeah.
It's a cement.
It's
she,
cement. That
she's
is
she's
really
getting you ready to
interesting.
go.
Yeah, she is. She is helping me out. No, really though, it's really interesting. And I'm glad that you can relate to that as well.
So let's talk about one of your jobs and like that you've been working at Irish Legal 100. Do you want to tell us about that and tell us how you got that position?
So I had applied in early January and I got a call. He reached out and basically the whole internship overall is like kind of just networking and connecting with people and editing videos. I've had people that helped me like kind of train me in a way. Briefly, I'll just say like I've interviewed lawyers and I've gotten help from other people because in the beginning I wasn't really sure what to do. I was kind of like a little like rookie. I was a little baby. I was like I don't know what to do, but it's been a great experience. I think the people have been very helpful and gaining insight on like other type of people's works because part of it, as I said, is interviewing people, specifically like Irish lawyers. It's like an organization. So yeah, I think it's really, really interesting. And I definitely have learned a lot from this internship. So
So you interview Irish lawyers. What do you specifically interview them about?
it's really, really brief. I just asked them like, what does your Irish heritage mean to you professionally or personally? I ask what type of work they do, the firm they work at, and like how does the Irish Legal 100 like and mean anything to you in any way. So it's very brief because I know they have a busy schedule and all, and it's just, need to keep it brief. It's just, a simple video, but yeah, it's interesting to learn more about that type of work from them as well.
Wow, that's really cool. Do you think you could see yourself like doing something like that, like down the line?
Honestly, I was always interested from the beginning, kind of like editing videos, but I don't know if I could see it down the line, but I do enjoy it. Maybe. You never know.
It's a good skill. It's a good skill.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's good to know. And how was it learning how to like edit videos? Do you and like what platforms do you use to edit?
I use either iMovie, Final Cut Pro, or Canva, and there's like a couple other ones that I like kind of like use sometimes, but not as much. But I kind of knew how to edit videos like a little bit. I knew them from like editing like Video Star videos and iMovie videos as a kid. But I like kind of knew like the basis of it. I didn't know exactly specifically like how much until I like one of the girls who like was working for him before, she had helped me a lot and edit like told me how to edit and stuff like that. So I learned more from the internship, kind of editing in general. So I thought it was really interesting. So yeah.
So good that you got to like learn like improve your skills and learn it more through this process, and you've
Yeah.
just been able to just like utilize the different platforms too, so down the line in certain jobs you'll be able to utilize those skills for that position. And how long is the internship for?
January to May. So it's ending this month. I also, well, I got reoffered in the summer, but it will be paid this time. So yeah, always a little bit better, but I think it was definitely a great experience. And also meeting people is interesting. So and fun.
That's so cool. Yeah, the unpaid internships after a while just are like
I know. It's like the experience is worth it, but it's a lot.
it's a lot. Do you think you wish you would have gotten paid from the beginning, or is it just kind of like it's okay that you didn't?
I mean, it's okay. Like, I don't mind it at all because I'm gonna be working a lot in the summer, and it wasn't like too much like overwhelming. It was just like a simple like remote. It wasn't like any hours. It was like remote on my own time. So I thought that was, just fine, just like something to do as well.
So what's your plans for the summer regarding work and stuff like that? What are you planning on doing?
So right now I'm going to come back to my summer camp job, but that's in July. But for May and June, I'm doing a Supreme Court internship. So I'm going to, yeah, I was like, I honestly was surprised myself. I got the internship. It's through end of May, June, and then in July, but I'm going to be ending a little earlier due to work and stuff like that, but balancing that with the remote internship with the Irish League 100. But yeah, that's what my plans are for the summer.
Wow, that is so impressive. Wait. For the Supreme Court internship, are you going to the Supreme Court? Like, wait, or is it just remote?
I'm going into the city, yeah. So I'll be seeing you.
Oh my God, no way. That is so cool.
I know that we're gonna like in like the letter it was saying like we're gonna go from like different offices. It's unpaid, which is fine because it's something that I can learn. I'm gonna be like in the courtrooms and you're gonna be just observing and like case readings and then attending like lunchtime lectures. I think it'll be really, really interesting. I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
I am so happy for you. That is so amazing. What an incredible opportunity.
Thank
That
you
is
so
so
much.
exciting. Yeah, of course. Do you like we have to touch base then because like I need to
Yes.
hear all about this internship.
Oh,
Like,
of course. I'll text you. I'll let you know.
oh my God, like if you need a visitor, like I'll come visit. Like this seems like
Oh my gosh, 100%. I would love that.
literally I will come and check it out because that seems so cool. So you're ending your internship early with the Supreme Court one because of your summer job as a counselor. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, very cool. And that makes sense because then you can get paid from that and then it's a good experience that way. And then you can
No, yeah.
balance it out. So as a camp counselor, when have you started being a camp counselor?
I actually started, it's going to be my fourth year, which is crazy. I started 2023, so I was going into my freshman year of college. So it's like kind of like bittersweet. They're watching me because it's probably going to be my last summer. They've seen me kind of grow up in a way for my 4 years of college because I'm really close with the staff. They're really good people. And all the kids that I've had the same group of kids mostly every year, so it's also bittersweet. Like it's really sweet to just see them, grow up. And yeah, I've been working for this will be my fourth year.
And I was wondering, so we were talking a little about like, like the things that you're going to be balancing this summer and just in
Hmm.
general regarding balancing life and everything with it. How do you do it? And how are you planning on doing it even for the summer?
I can definitely say I've recently just gotten better at it. I think this semester is like the semester where I've been like kind of more like doing more things. I think abroad also helps me in a way, like kind of balancing because it's like such a short amount of time and then kind of getting everything together. I think overall, I just kind of just always set aside time for specific things that I definitely need to do, like what's like number one on the list, and then what's like the last thing that I can like do at the last possible minute. So I kind of just think about, okay, when can I do this? It's more just about like organization and time management, which is huge, and calendar. Like I use that and I like put everything in and I see, oh, this is due, this is due. So it's like I'm gonna do that for the summer as well. I'm going to just make sure I can balance it all with just the right amount of organization.
I think that's a good plan. I think, put things in your calendar, write things down in your planner. Like I think
Mhm.
just staying organized is like
Yeah,
best, just to stay on top of it. I'm
it's
with you on
great.
that. It's crucial. I have two planners and I like
No, you seem like the most like organized, put together person ever. Like I feel like you know how to like set something up and like you have such good like skills for that.
more or less. I try. It's the effort that counts. I try my best,
Exactly.
but
That's all you need.
that's all you could do, honestly. I try my best. Sometimes it's some days are better than others. That's how
It's
I
okay.
look at it.
Oh
Sometimes
no,
it's a
yeah,
hot
you're not
mess.
no, yeah, you're not gonna have a perfect day every day. It's okay. I'm the same way. I've had days where I've just like literally procrastinated the whole day when I should have done work, but it's okay.
Right, exactly. So, for being involved in this field, because I know this is the field that you want to get into, so what skills do you think are most important for someone who wants to enter into criminal justice and that whole field and being involved with forensic psychology? What kind of skills do you need to have to be a part of it or learn from it?
I think honestly, like a skill that would be very important to have, kind of very observant. I think that is definitely a skill. Observant and being able to adapt to new environments. I can't say necessarily like everything, but like for classes, I think that would be a very like key take. To also just like have a good understanding of the material that's like given to you because I can say that my skills have definitely improved over time. I'm still improving my skills. It really depends on the field that you specifically want to go into as well, but my take would probably be adaptability and observing and being very observant with that material.
I see. I think that's very important. I think that's great. Observant. I think you do have to be observant with the material, with the field, what is happening,
Mhm.
seeing the big picture.
Yes.
I think that's
Yes.
definitely crucial as well. I'm with you on that one.
Thanks.
I get you on that one. And so, are you more interested in being in more at the investigative side, psychological analysis, or anything else? Like, where exactly do you see yourself mostly within the field?
See, like that's like the big question in my head because it's I do see myself more in the psychological analysis side and also investigative side, but more I don't know. It's like kind of like one of those questions like, oh, what do you want to do afterwards? And I have like an idea, but it's not like set and clear. But I'm glad that I can definitely say I'm glad I picked the major that I did because I think if I picked something else, I think I wouldn't have been as interested, and I think I'm glad I picked this one. But yeah, I'm not really sure, which is like I probably should kind of, but it's okay.
No, it's fair. It's okay. You know what? We're all so young. You don't have the
Mhm.
answer right now. Take everything in stride. I think that's the thing. Take everything in stride and take it a day at a time. And the more experiences you get in the field, the more clarity you're going to be able to get.
Yes.
It's not like that serious. So you'll
No,
be,
I agree. You're right. You're right.
yeah,
Definitely.
exactly. Like you'll be fine. Do you have certain jobs that you would want to try or certain career aspirations that you may have after graduation with kind of that unknown factor? What would that
Um,
be?
if I had to guess, like maybe paralegal, which is like an assistant for a lawyer, insurance fraud investigator, which is like kind of an entry level job, or like after college, something, or like a crime researcher, something in that field where I get a certain level of experience. And I definitely want to get my master's at one point. So, but I probably wait a year to just kind of like work a little bit and kind of get a more understanding, like hands-on experience. So, like, those were the kind of a couple I was looking into.
Do you have any fears kind of getting into that specific position regarding like the job market or how do you think it's going to work? And if so, how do you think
Yeah.
you're going to go about maybe those fears, those challenges?
I think I am a little nervous. I think, honestly, specifically with like everything going on recently in the job market, I think it has gotten a little bit more concerning. But I think I will be okay. I hope. I think at the end of the day, how you get these jobs is also just, working really hard and also like networking and getting to know people and just listening in on other people and really taking it seriously, I think is a big part of it. And I think many people do. And I know it's really difficult now for the job market, so that's where it's a little tricky. Because I do see people really working really hard and they're struggling. But I think at the end of the day, it works out for people in their favor. And like I think everyone will be able to do what they want to do. So yeah, I think it will be fine.
Yeah, I think you'll be okay. You'll find a position.
No, I hope so.
I'm sure you're gonna be just fine. I could just see you
You'll
like
be
five
fine.
to 10 years down the line, like you're gonna be thriving, you're gonna be living your best life, and all is gonna be well. Guaranteed.
Okay.
I already see the vision now. The vision is vision.
Yeah. You too, Charlie. You're so sweet. I hope so. I get so stressed out about it because I'm like, oh my God.
But don't worry, AI's got nothing on you.
AI is not nothing. I know that's what I was talking about. I'm scared.
I know. I'm especially scared for like a lot of different positions that have to deal with like busy work. Like a lot of that's gonna
Mhm.
get wiped away. So then it's like, okay, so then what I'm gonna do to fulfill that other void?
Yeah,
That's the
no,
biggest thing now. And that's like the tricky part, I think, with figuring out how AI is gonna take over certain jobs. And I think
yeah.
that's like left.
No, yeah, no, 100%. That's a big worry. I think completely valid to feel like that. I think honestly though, I'm hoping that it kind of like dims down a bit or like people realize, okay, that's not really like something realistic and I don't think it's something like it's not a real person work. Like I think people that work really hard deserve that chance to get it, not a robot.
Right.
So,
I
yeah.
100% agree with that.
Yeah.
So I want to know if you could work on any real case or any role, whether it's real or it's fictional or it's that like, or that you could somehow like be a part of,
hmm
what case would it be and why?
I have a case. What was her name? I have to wait. I'm looking her up because it's literally every time. Oh, here it is. Okay. The John Benet Ramsey case.
Kind of. I've kind of heard of it before.
She's a 6-year-old girl. She was born into like pageants, stuff like that, but she was killed in her family's home. And it's still not like no one really knows who it was, but people like to it was either the brother, the mom, or the dad, and people are like going through all it's so like it's such like a mind like it hurts your mind like so much thinking about it because that case is like all over the place because no one like really knows because they're all denying obviously, but it I don't know. That's a case that I probably also wanted to be in on and probably like know like who did that because it was like it's not solved, I don't think, to this day. So yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Wow. So
It's really sad. She's so young. Yeah.
that's terrible. I hate
I
that.
know.
That's
I
terrible.
know. It's like I literally just want to know who it was. Like those are the type of things that like bother me, where it's like they're not solved and like
You
obviously
want
one
them
of them did it.
solved.
What?
You want them solved.
Oh yeah, 100%. But like I don't know. It's like one of the obviously one of those people that had to be, I don't know. It's so like interesting. It's like I don't know. I don't know how they like just got away with that so easily, but
It's always a mystery to me. It's crazy.
yeah.
And hopefully that gets minimized more and more down the line. That's always the case.
Yes, I hope so too. I think it honestly definitely has with like technology and like security footage, like one crime happens, especially in New York City, if one crime happens, they're gonna like have like a whole line of like security cameras like you can find out who it was. And I think it's like really good why that's like a positive side of like technology and certain things like that. Because I think it's easier to find um evidence and certain things to identify an individual for a case.
That's very true. Very well said. So I always ask this as the last question to all the guests that are on the podcast. You can give one piece of advice to any, it could be multiple, it could be just one. It's up to your interpretation. Piece of advice to the interns and associates that are navigating this crazy world regarding professionalism, regarding just how to get by and make something of themselves. What advice can you give?
I definitely would just say to be very true to yourself. I know it sounds a little cheesy, but really like I really mean it like really do not care what other people think of you because at the end of the day you always have yourself and also the people that you surround yourself with. I think a lot of people need to kind of like branch out. I think another thing what I say is like branch out, experience things that you never would have thought you would have done. Like for me, like studying abroad, I would have never thought I would have the capability of doing so, but I think it changed so much of my perspective on things. So I definitely would say like go do those things. Don't care what other people think and go and experience as much as you can if you have the opportunity to, because you really don't know if that's going to change your life or not. Like you might get your dream job, you might just meet like the love of your life. Like you don't know what's going to happen. So I just definitely say put yourself out there.
I think that's excellent advice.
Thank
I love it. That was well said. Of
you.
course. Well, interns and associates, this concludes this episode of the Cubicle Briefings. I was joined by the lovely Faye Hasho today. We got to hear all about her and her background and her experiences and what she wants to pursue down the line related to her major and her minor and all of her experiences. And I just want to say thank you so much for being on the pod and on our briefings. It was such a pleasure to have you here, and you absolutely ate it up. I loved the conversation. You did absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much again. It's truly a pleasure.
Thank
So
you so
this is what
much.
happens when I don't have a cup of coffee like before this.
Me
Like
too.
I'm like out of it right
I can't. I think just glitched. But thank you so much for having me as well.
now. Of course, thank you. And we will see you guys all next time. For all is said. Thank you guys. Bye. Take care.
Bye.